I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it grizzly.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm Kaden, and I want to say happy Martin Luther King Day. It's not technically today, it's tomorrow, but we will not be on tomorrow. And I also want to say salute to my brothers on the screen because this is our 100th podcast episode. That's right. We are syndicated. At least ghetto syndication. You know what I'm saying? The ghetto syndication for the Boxing Bros. Introduce yourselves, my brothers.
What's going on, everybody? It's the People's Champ, a.k.a. the Commissioner, $1 Bill. What's going on, everybody?
What's good, everyone? This is G. And I hold on, and I think it's Ned, ain't your birthday?
My birthday's next Saturday. Next Saturday. Thank you, though. Thank you.
Don't jump the gun on Ned's birthday, dog.
Thank you.
Hey, you see what it is, Ned? New Year, same G. Go ahead.
Same G, yeah. And it's the TBE. What up, world? How y'all doing today, baby?
All right. So the next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments made by Derek Chisora. Basically, Derek Chisora said that Anthony Joshua told him he only watched 4 rounds of his fight with Usyk. So I'm going to pull that up and you can take a listen.
Derek, the heavyweight land.
I think AJ wins that the second time because from when I spoke to AJ, I go to him, did you watch the fight back? He goes, oh, yeah. I'm like, because I only watched 4 rounds. And I go, why? Because I didn't like the way I box.
You think?
Yeah, he didn't like the way he box. Do you understand? I'm like, what are you going to do? He goes, you will see. That's what we had to say.
But you fought Usyk.
Yeah.
Usyk, I mean, can you believe, first of all, the way Anthony fought that fight? Given the way you fought it.
Okay, let's
show the blueprint on how to beat Usyk.
That's my point. No. Let's all be honest here. Yeah. You know, if AJ went in there
and stuck it on him
and boxed him, not even stuck on him, boxed him, moved around like how you moved around, boxed him and won the fight, you'd be saying a different story right now. You'd be saying, "Oh, AJ, the best fighter. You see the way he moved like Muhammad." No. But if you went in there and knocked him out, you'd have come out and say, yeah, if he didn't knock him out, he's a smaller man and this and this and this.
But that's a good point.
Let's be honest.
That's a good point.
He went in there with subconscious that he's going to box the man, and he was boxing the guy. Yeah,
he didn't go.
Okay, I was seeing far off. I was not watching. I was watching his slow motion basically. I was seeing far off.
The only way you could lose that fight, I thought, Anthony Joshua, was to fight the way he fought.
Listen,
that's what he had to say. This video appears courtesy of Talk Sport. You can find Talk Sport on YouTube and subscribe like I'm going to do right now. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to $1 Bill. What's your reaction to what Derek Chisora had to say about Anthony Joshua in his fight with Usyk and him saying that Joshua told him he only watched 4 rounds of that fight?
You know, it's what we've been saying. You know, Joshua definitely had the wrong game plan going in there against Usyk. And, you know, he tried to outbox Usyk, which was a horrible game plan, especially where we know how talented Usyk was. And Derek didn't say nothing too offshore. You know what I'm saying? To me, he was right on the money with it. As far as Anthony Joshua saying he only watched 4, he probably did. He probably was so disgusted by the way he performed. He was like, I can't watch this, and shut off, and probably feel like I know what I need to do in the rematch. You know what I'm saying? Like I went out there trying to be somebody that I wasn't, or I was trying to prove to people that I was somebody else, or I can do something else. I can outbox the great boxer, you know? So maybe just disappointed. So, you know, I don't read too much into it, but I definitely I could see that happening.
All right, Conspiracy G.
Yeah, I'm being honest, man. I kind of didn't like only the 4 rounds, but if AJ feels in his heart of hearts that it was those 4 rounds which made him lose the fight, then I guess I'm okay with that, right? But I do agree with what Chisora was saying that, you know, if AJ just went in there and just muscled homie, then people would have discredited that victory. I know for a fact I would have, at least. I would have been like, I told you he's supposed to body bag Usyk, you know? So
Iranian suit.
I would have. And so I was like, damn, Chisora got a great point, you know? And so Joshua's strategy of trying to box the boxer, in a way, you know, it gave us a new star in the heavyweight division, Alexander Usyk, right? So in a way, it's a good thing, but AJ lost, so that was a bad thing, you know. But hopefully this next go around, AJ just resorts back to just muscling this guy and getting him out the way, you know. And I think, you know, AJ will obviously be back on top. Well, I don't know, it's still gonna be a debate, but as long as he beats Usyk, you know, he's still up there. Now it's just gonna be AJ versus hopefully whoever wins against Dillian and Tyson Fury.
All right, TBE.
All right. Nah, I love it, yo. After 4 rounds of watching that fight, I was like, yo, AJ can't be losing. And you know, I had to come to realization AJ was losing. And I think AJ came to that same realization. Like, damn, I really lost like that. I let this little guy poke me around the ring. So, like, AJ, whatever you do, man, you know how, like, we tell you train now in Dubai. I feel like you should be training in the trenches. You should be war ready. But you know, you gotta do. You got the money. You got the resources and everybody around you showing you what you need to do, and you know what you need to do at this point. So, if you only watch 4 rounds, and you know what you need to do now, then get it done, baby.
I thought it was fascinating because to say you only watch 4 rounds of a fight, I mean, personally, I feel like you should watch the whole fight and see what he was doing to you. See what were his go-to moves against you. See how he set you up for certain shots, because odds are you may see it again. So, for example, if you've ever taken any standardized tests, and if you're in school right now, I'm about to give you some gold. If you take a standardized test, particularly multiple choice, right? If you answer 50 questions and you get 40 right, what do? Do you only review the questions you got wrong? And then how do you review them? So if you only review the questions you got wrong 10, you're assuming you got the other 40 right for all the right reasons, which may be a wrong assumption, right? You have to review every question individually, and then you have to review the explanation. And the explanation will tell you why option A is wrong, why option B is wrong, why option C is right, why option D is wrong. And what it's doing is it's showing you the ways that it tries to trick you, the ways that it tries to trap you in multiple choice. And the thing is, it's all about reasoning, right? The way you reason. When you read something, when you reason. So A's wrong for this reason. B's wrong for this reason. C's right for this reason. D's wrong for this reason. So when you see a similar question, you're able to reason as to why it's wrong. But if you never took the time to review it, in a sense, you'll never really know the reason. And you may assume you got it right for all the wrong reasons. So I say that to say, if you're AJ, even if you feel like you didn't perform well, you didn't give your best performance, you should still review it and try to extract all you can. I got hit for this reason. I was out of position for this reason. He caught me for this reason, that reason. So that way, when you're in a similar situation, it repeats itself, not just with Usyk, but with any other fighter, you will know how to react to that. Mm-hmm. The same with multiple choice. Yeah, I slaughtered multiple choice my whole life, and everyone would always say, it's no secret. The answer's there. You just got to put in the work. Most of the people, I'm sorry, bro.
Process of elimination.
Thank you. Most of the people who wouldn't do well on it and would speak to me, I would say to them, how do you study? And they all told me the same thing. Oh, I just reviewed the ones I got wrong. And even when they review the ones they got wrong, they only review the explanation for the right answer. They don't review the explanation for all the wrong answers. But it's in reviewing the explanation for the wrong answers that you learn the ways they try to trick you, the ways they set you up, the ways. Say there was 2 questions. One was somewhat right, but one is more right than the other. That's typically what multiple choice is. You need to know why one is somewhat wrong. But if you only read the right explanation, it doesn't tell you why the other one's somewhat wrong. So you may fall for that same trap later. I started to say AJ needs to buckle down and dissect this video. He needs to know this video like the back of his hand, whether it hurts him or not. Because just assuming that you're going to go in there and do better next time, it may sound good to someone like Derek Chisora, but to someone like me, it's like you're not taking what you need to take away from that fight to grow and for everything else. One last point. He said that if AJ would have boxed him, everyone would have said it was a masterclass. If he would have won boxing. If he would have steamrolled him, everyone would have said, oh, yeah, but Usyk was too little. Which brings up my other issue with AJ sometimes. And if you watch the show, you know I support AJ. You know that I'm an AJ fan, but my thing is accountability. He cares too much about what people say. Yo, if you can steamroll him, steamroll him. If everyone says, oh, you should have won because he's a little guy, say then you beat him then. You do the same thing then. When it's a little guy and you feel like you can outbox him, outbox him. If they say, oh, I don't care if you punch him one time and hold him. I don't care if you do it Klitschko style. If they say, oh, you whack, say, well, then you beat him and keep it moving. Just win, baby. The great Al Davis. Just win. That's it. Who cares what people say? You got to stop caring about what people say. That's what messes you up. Oh, I'm going to outbox the boxer. No, run him over if you can, because trust me, Usyk just ain't going to let it happen. But you got to use what you got to your advantage. And was it the boxing skills?
Yeah, let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. This is the 100th episode also.
100.
Boxer Bros. We just getting started.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.